Hello everyone and welcome back to my creepy world, where today we're going to be delving into some of the creepiest conspiracy theories of all time. If you're scared, then take a hike, and if you're here to stay, then grab a bite, as we dive into this episode of Highly Horror. First theory we're going to start with is that the United States government is actually reverse engineering alien technology for us to use. Before I get into this theory, I just want to let the U.S. government know that I am throwing no shade at them. I just find this kind of stuff really interesting, and I find stuff like aliens and theories like this interesting. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. So in 1989, there was this man named Bob Lazar, and he worked supposedly for Area 51, and he worked in a sector called S4. Now, in this sector, there were many hangars, there were many different buildings that they were allowed to go in but weren't allowed to say anything about. And one day, he found out what was in those hangars. So basically, he found technology that far surpassed the human race. Technology that was so weird to him. He recalls seeing a weird reactor that ran off this thing called Element 115. He recalled ships that were far superior to our own. He even recalled seeing Kevlar, but on a higher standard than ours. Which, let's look at this. If the United States government did get their hands on this type of technology, they would want to re-engineer it and try to use it for themselves. But I guess that kind of makes sense. I mean, unless they're using it against us, then that makes no sense. But I don't know. Moving on from the United States government reverse engineering technology, alien technology for us to use or use against us, we're going to talk about the theory that Avril Lavigne is actually dead and that she's replaced by her doppelganger. Now, I don't know how many of you know this, because I didn't know it until recently, but celebrities have doppelgangers. Celebrities have people that look like them, so they can send out this one person and the press would follow them so that they can go on with their day. And that makes sense. And at the time of this theory, that this theory is supposed to take place, it would make a lot of sense why Avril would have a doppelganger. She was at the height of her career. She had just released her debut album, Let Her Go, which was flying off the shelves. She was one of the greatest pop/punk rock people in that period. But then it all came crashing down soon after her debut album of Let Her Go. Anyway, back to the theory. So, the second album that she ever released was called Under My Skin, which a lot of people who believe in this theory said that it's very suggestive of what happened. They believe that Avril overdosed on drugs through a needle, and that Under My Skin means that she put a needle in her skin and injected herself with, basically just overdosed. And this theory might sound like a little off, but at this time, Avril was going through a really rough patch. She had just lost somebody in her family that she cared about a lot, and it must have hit her harder because in one of her live shows, she broke down crying. And it takes a lot for somebody to break down crying, especially when they know they're in front of a lot of people that admire them and look up to them. And it's just crazy to me how this could actually be the case. I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying it kind of does make sense. But there is more evidence for this theory. So, another piece of evidence is, if you look at pictures of Avril from the start of her career to now, she looks completely different than what she used to. Like, okay, look at a picture of Avril. Right here. And then from back in the day. Now look at a picture of Avril now. They look completely different almost. It's almost like she's a different person. And comparing some of her songs that she's released recently to So our first song she's released in the day, Something's Going Wrong. No, not throwing shade to any Avril fans. I love Avril too, but really Avril? Hello Kitty? Really Avril? If you are the real Avril, you need to stop playing game and release an album. That's all I gotta say. We waiting to hear your music, Queen. We release the album, Queen. Anyway, guys, that's it for this episode of Highly Horror. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments below. I know it wasn't a long video, but this is the first video I'm doing like this. And sorry for the voice cracks, Jesus. And if you want to see your favorite conspiracy theory, or if you want to research a topic that you haven't heard before, go down in the comments and let me know. Big thanks to the person that allowed me to use their music for the intro. I'll put a link down below for their channel. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know, as I already said, I really did enjoy making it. And a lot of people always think, well, are these theories real? There's always a chance they could be, but remember that I made this video all in fun. So, and if you don't see any pics of Avril or anything, it's because I'm tired and I'm editing and I'm doing other videos at the same time. So, sorry. But you can just look them up. It's fine. But anyway, guys, I really do hope you enjoyed the episode. And if you haven't, go ahead and click that subscribe button and also that notification bell and like button. And I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.